So this is the page we see the owner of the group, which is me, the members and guests if anybody has been added. So this is how we add. We went to more options, team settings, team options, and then we go to settings over here. We'll see a list of options. To add people, we can use this team code. So if we click on generate, it says here, share this code so people can join the team directly. You won't get join requests because otherwise every person who joins I'll have to approve. So I don't want this headache, especially if it's the entire batch. So all we need to do is share this code with them. And all they need to do is go to the teams view, join or create team. So we clicked on teams on the left, then on the right we have join. And all they need to do is enter the code there and they'll have joined the team. All right, back to the team itself. So just let me show you the remaining options. So that was the team code. You can copy it here or just highlight it and copy it yourself. The rest of it is controls of what I want the members to be able to do in the team. So it says member permissions. Do I want them to be able to create and update channels? Probably not. Delete and restore channels? Probably not. Add and remove apps? No. Upload custom apps? No. Create, update, and remove tabs? No. I want to be only the creator should have these options. Create, update, and remove connectors? No. But they do have the option to delete and edit their messages, so that's fine. I can prevent them from mentioning each other. That should stay. And I can prevent them from adding like these certain pictures or moving images or anyway, that's fine. So the only thing I'm concerned with over here is the team code and the member permissions, which are by default disabled for members who join. Okay, going back to the team now, how to actually start a meeting. Down here, below the chat box, you have several options. We'll click on this camera looking one. It says meet now. We'll click on that. Once we click on it, sometimes if you have a microphone and a camera connected, you'll probably start seeing yourself if it's start seeing what the camera is pointed towards. So don't freak out. This is just to show you that the camera is working. So it's off by default. The meeting has not started yet. We're just showing you that the camera is working. Next, we can meet now, or we can schedule a meeting. If I want to allow only the creator of the meeting to be the presenter instead of clicking on each member and making them an attendee, I need to schedule a meeting. If I start the meeting now without scheduling first, the attendees will all be presenters and I will have to, one by one, make them just attendees. I don't want that, so I want to schedule a meeting instead. So I click on schedule a meeting. I give it a name, like test meeting. And then I select the time, so I'm gonna select 5 p.m. up to whatever, like half an hour. So I gave it a name, and I skipped this one, which is the you don't need to add it because everybody who's on the team can see the meeting that is gonna be scheduled. If somebody's not in the team and I want them to join the meeting, then I can add them over here. But you can keep it blank. The time of the meeting over here. When do I want it to end or how long do I want it to stay up? So 30 minutes. You can leave the rest empty or add any details you would like. Send. Now the meeting should be scheduled. So now it says Mundar Tariq here. This is the log under general. It says Mundar has scheduled the meeting Thursday, March 12th at 5 p.m. Now, I'm not done yet. I need to change something in the options so that not everybody who joins will be a presenter. So I click on more options, view meeting details. Now I will have a new option that shows up, which is meeting options. Before it was just details and scheduling assistant. Now I have a new option called meeting options. When I click that, it'll open a new tab. On this new tab, I'll see this option, who can present. Instead of everyone by default, I will select only me. This way, whoever else joins will not be a presenter from the beginning. I'll have to make them a presenter if I want them to present. Right. Okay. We're done with this one. I can just close it, and whenever the meeting time comes, in 40 minutes, I can join and start stuff up. So let's talk about now actually what do I do in the meeting? What can I do in the meeting? I'll open the meeting up by clicking on it, and I will click on join over here in the top right. I can start the meeting anytime because I'm the one who created it. I'll mute the mic. By the way, if I have more than one mic and more than one camera, or if I'm facing issues with this, I can click on devices and select the device that I want from over here. I'm fine with the devices I'm using, but they're not gonna show up because I'm already using them to record this video, this ongoing video. Okay. If I accidentally prevent the computer from, because it will ask me allow to use camera and microphone, I'll say allow. But if I pick no, deny by mistake, up top here in the address bar where I write google.com or when I write whatever address I want, there's this camera button that will show up. I will click on it, and instead of blocking access, I will allow it. Continue allowing to use this website to access your camera. Okay. Okay. Right now, this meeting is still, it hasn't begun. So I will join now. Right. It says waiting for others to join. Now the meeting has started. I have several options. I can turn the camera on and off from left to right. I can mute my mic. Before going to sharing and the other options, let's talk about these last two. So this will show me the participants, the first button next to the hang up button. It will show me the participants. It says only one in this meeting right now, which is me. If more people join, then they'll just start showing up. And because I had already scheduled it and changed the options, they'll all be attendees rather than presenters. Okay, that's cool. We have the conversation, which is the chat. This chat will be saved for later viewing after the meeting is done. Whatever people write over here will be saved. So let's talk a little bit about the chat. The chat has several options. You can either attach stuff, you can attach files, you can attach pictures, you can attach other things like polls using Microsoft Forms. So you just click these three dots for more stuff and click on Forms. This is how it looks like. It opens up a menu. The meeting's still ongoing in the background. So like, is this good? Yes? Oh, okay. I can add more options like agree, disagree, neutral, whatever I want. So that's it. If I want people to select multiple answers, I'll do so from here, but I don't need them to select multiple answers. I need them to select just one. Next, and send. This will send the poll in the meeting itself in the chat box, and they'll also see it in the team log over here, the posts. Over here, right? So they can either vote from the main page of the team, or inside the meeting itself in the chat box, in the conversation. They can see it and vote over here. So this is how it looks like. Okay. Results are visible to everyone, and it says that names are recorded. I can also make another survey using SurveyMonkey, which gives me the option to make results anonymous. So this is what I do. The first time you choose this, SurveyMonkey, it will ask you to log in and stuff. I've already done so. So I want a multiple choice. The other option is a drop-down menu. Again, I will ask them a question. Yes, no, and I will delete the third option. I just need two options. I can request comments from them, and next to make it anonymous. So next, make anonymous and hide results. Make anonymous obviously hides people's names, choices. As for hide results, the results won't be shown to anybody. Only I, whose account is being used for SurveyMonkey, can view the results in a link. Okay? So that's not really necessary. You can make them see, you can allow the students to see the results. And I can make the poll have a certain duration, like days or hours, you can select whatever. And after that, you open the poll. Okay. Now, SurveyMonkey is actually not a part of Microsoft, so it does not show up in the chat over here. It does not show over here. But if you see the chat of the team, this is SurveyMonkey because it has a bot. It just tells me that a survey has been created and it has been successfully added to the team. If I check the team, there it is. So this is the previous poll that we put out, and this is the second one. You can add comments because we allowed people to add comments, right? Request comments. So now it has been added. It says an anonymous user has voted for yes. That's good. After the survey is done, this is a survey I had created before just to test it out. This is how it looks like. If I made the results hidden, this is how it'll look like. It will open on SurveyMonkey's own website. And from here you can export it, or it says here export in PDF, Microsoft Excel stuff, PowerPoint, or SPSS. So this is how it looks like if the results are hidden. Right, back to the meeting now. We were talking about the conversation stuff that you can do. Other than that, you can add images. So last week's, I think, PBL was about SLE. So you can add such an image and send it. The students will be able to see it like this. Let's talk about the other options now. We have more actions such as recording. Other than recording, there is meeting notes. For example, if we want to save the notes for this particular meeting, once I click on it, and it will give me a button to take notes. I will say, okay, take notes. It's loading. Once it's done, I can add a title and I can add a bulleted list, numbered list, however way I would like. Right. So like meeting minutes, for example. And then from here, I just wrote minutes and then like whatever, right? you can make these, sorry, a numbered or a bulleted list, like the usual formatting options, okay? And because I created, like I opened the meeting notes, they will be added as a tab over here. See, it says meeting notes new. If I open that up, it will show me the notes that I took during a meeting and what date it was. It says just now. Test meeting, like the name of the meeting, and the title and the contents. Okay. Now back to the actual meeting. I want to say something about recordings. For recordings in the University of Sharjah, it will record the voice and the video, like the screen itself, sometimes the chat, otherwise the webcam. If the university had been subscribed to something called Microsoft Stream, it's like a service like YouTube, but more professional, so that the recordings of the meetings can be uploaded there. Otherwise, because the university is not subscribed to Microsoft Stream, the recording will be available for download for the owner. As far as I know, only the owner can download it. And it will not be uploaded automatically. And it will be lost within 6 days if not downloaded. So I will try to show you. I'll just screen record for a few minutes or seconds. Let's talk about the, it says here, you're recording, let everyone know that they're being recorded. And in the chat, it will say, sorry, in the chat of the meeting itself, it will say the meeting recording has started, okay? So that everybody is aware that an ongoing recording is taking place. Right, let's stop recording for now, and I'll show you after I'm done with this, I'll show you what happens. Now, for sharing, we can share several things. We can share the screen itself, your entire screen. You can share an application window. You can share a Chrome tab, like if you have a YouTube video open on another tab. So these are the things you can share. Other than that, though, you can share any file that you have uploaded, be it a presentation, video, a Word document, whatever it is, either from your computer or a file that has already been uploaded to Microsoft Teams. So this is just a small presentation, like one of my students, my PBL group students' parts. It's about differential diagnosis of SLE. Right. So this is how it looks like. Now, once let's talk about sharing a presentation. So just a small point. Since I am the presenter right now, I can prevent other students from looking at another slide than the one I'm showing them right now. If I want to control what they're looking at, I can press on this eye button, eye looking icon. It says prevent participants from moving through shared presentation on their own. If I click this, all of them will see only what I'm showing. Okay? What I mean is, even attendees, even if the members are not presenters, even if they're just attendees, if I haven't selected this option, let's say I'm sharing this slide, but I want to allow the students to go back and see the previous slide if I missed anything. All I need to do is click, like right now, they can actually view the previous slide on their own. So I'll be explaining over here, and somebody's lagging behind, they can just go back and see the previous slide. Otherwise, if I want them to see the slide that I'm showing them, that's here. I click this button so that it says participants can't move through your shared presentation on their own. Okay, stop presenting. Right, so PowerPoint, or you can browse, upload from my computer or from the files page, like from the files tab that I showed you earlier. And we also have a whiteboard. So this is how the whiteboard looks like. Takes a bit of time to load. Okay, now the board is open. I can draw. Okay. And I can erase the drawings. This is the whiteboard. I can stop presenting this one. The other last option is the freehand by InVision. So I've already logged in and created an account. You add it. Okay, it says signed in as myself. I click on new project and select my account. It loads. This is the same as the whiteboard, but it's more rich, right? Like I can draw, I can add text, I can add pictures, I can erase, I can just point at stuff, like I can just point or move. And this is all preparing the board. Like this is all preparation. If I want to start presenting, supposedly, this is my understanding. If once I click on this play button, now everyone follows my view. But before, they just saw the blank screen. This is my understanding. And now I can draw and they can see me actively drawing and stuff. And stop presenting. Clear everything. All right. So that is the final option, which is freehand by InVision. That's pretty much it for now. Let me show you the recording, what happens to it. Right. So it says here, recording failed to upload to stream. It expires in 6 days. I can click on this to download it. I'm not going to do that now. Why does it not upload to stream? Let me show you what stream is first. So this is Microsoft Stream. It's basically like YouTube, like I said, but for professional stuff. So if the university were actually subscribed to the stream thing, the videos would get uploaded to this page automatically, and I can view them at any time. Otherwise, I'd need to download them and keep them somewhere on my own manually. Okay, just to recap what we've done today, let me just hang up this. I'll just delete the whole thing after I'm done. Okay, so we talked about how to create and join a team from the left sidebar, teams, then join and create. My advice is giving the students the code. How do I give them the code? Once I've created the team and not added anyone, I go to these more options, manage team, settings, and team code. I just share this with the students, okay? Otherwise, if I want to select a few people, I can do that. I can add them by adding member from here. So, like this, or, right? Dalla Asrab or Professor Nabil. I can add them as a teacher or a student. At any rate, now people have been added. What do we do now? This is the log. So you can actually see previous, let me show you. Like you can see after the meeting's over, people can go through what was can go through what was typed. So over here, this was the meeting we did this morning. It says 237 reply, like messages basically. We open that. So these are the polls. You can see everything in the meeting, like the polls, previous replies. Okay, you can go all the way to the top. I talked about the features in the meeting. You can mute the camera and the mic. First of all, before creating the meeting, you need to schedule it if you want to be the only presenter. Otherwise, everybody else will be a presenter, and you'd need to make them one by one an attendee. Right, so now we're in the meeting. You can mute, you can share stuff, either the whole screen, an application window, or a Chrome tab, or you can upload your own files, whatever they are. You can share your whiteboard, either the simple one or the more advanced one in a way. In the comments, you can add polls using Microsoft Forms. How do you add Microsoft Forms? I think at the beginning you won't find it. You have to go here, click on these three dots, and just write forms, and it'll show up for you. And all you need to do is add it. I already have added it though. I just wanted to show what happens if you add a third-party application like Poly. This is another thing that adds polls. So I'm gonna add it to the new test team. This is what happens if I try to add a third-party application, because we don't actually have the privilege, the administrator privileges to do this. So now if I try to add Poly, it will ask me to sign in with my Microsoft account, and once I do, it says need admin approval. Poly needs permission to access resources in your organization that only an admin can grant. Please ask an admin to grant permission to this app before you can use it. Then I can ask them to sign in for me. But this is not a huge issue. Like, all we need, the basic stuff is there. You know, creating a team, creating a meeting, sharing stuff in the meeting, even the polls. The polls was my only concern personally, but since Microsoft Forms can do the job, that's all I need, honestly. For more stuff, you can. One thing I thought was really cool, but I wasn't able to add, is ideas. It's called Team Ideas. I don't know why this thing is lagging. So Teams Ideas. Let me show you how this works. There's another one too. Hold on. This is basically if you want people to talk about. Let me show you. For example, today we asked the students to give us suggestions. Okay, some of them had repeated suggestions, like they were duplicates of suggestions. What this does, Teams Ideas, is that it allows students or collaborators to write their ideas in such a way that people can vote on it. So they can press thumbs up or thumbs down, and they can reply as a comment. So this is how it looks like. Most liked ideas. This is just an example. Create a voice bot, create a new way for listening, مش عارف شو. And most commented ideas. There's but you can't really add it because the university is not subscribed to, like, we don't have the privilege, like I said earlier. Another similar one is this, wide ideas. It's the same, right? So we have different here ideas, different concepts, and people can like them by a heart icon or comment on them. This way we can avoid duplicates, but it's not a huge deal. This is fine. This can be dealt with, I think, without requesting admin privileges. Okay, I'm just gonna delete the teams now. And that's basically it. One cool thing is that you can email everybody in the group by clicking on, where is it? Get email address. So this means you send an email to the channel, and according to my understanding, everybody in the channel will be able to receive such an email. I actually want to try that because I sent them a poll today to rewatch the video, the students, and tell me like answer this poll, but apparently nobody has logged in after that. So I'm just gonna try to actually send them an email. Wait, let me copy what I said. I told them, please do watch the videos again and let us know and fill up this poll. So I'm just gonna copy this and get email address. Copy. And then I'm gonna email them using my university account. So this is the email. And I'll show you my phone because I have my university email on it. It tells me that a meeting is about to start in 15 minutes. Because I set the meeting to start at 5 p.m. So it automatically does that. It schedules it for you. And if you check your calendar, you'll find it there. Please fill this poll. Okay. And I can paste it over here. I'll give them a link to the team. What just happened? Alright. Almost out of battery. Okay, this is what I don't want to show the email to avoid sensitive information being sent, but I basically just sent them. I'm sending them a link or a poll request. And send. Okay. So that's it. That's really it. I'll share this video after I'm done with it. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please let me know.